So I know a couple of my babes are not on. I know they're probably going to be. I don't see Faye, which is weird to me. So I'm just gonna get started. I'm gonna get going, and anybody that misses anything can just watch the replay. I'm gonna start off with the tactical part first, and then I'm going to go into mindset, Sam love, some red love, yellow, blue, purple. We're gonna mix some colors tonight. Because I need y'all to hear my heart, you know that. So I want to start off by stories, because that is the foundation of your business. Like, I can't say it enough. Me and Rochelle have really, really worked really hard on implementing messages to the overall team chat on this. And it's something that I wanted to kind of re-go over with my downline. I know there's a couple people that aren't specifically on my team, but y'all are always welcome here. You are always my family. So I want to make sure that it's fully explained and not just sent in a message, right? Because some people read things 900 different ways, and I want to make sure that it's fully explained. So if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my notes. So first of all, I want you guys to stop the whole like sales thing, right? When you guys are thinking every day about how can I sell someone something? How can I get on and make somebody buy my products? That's where you go wrong, right? When you just completely forget how to be yourself and you show up in a sales mindset, that's the problem. So I want you to stop focusing on the sale and start focusing on who the hell you're serving, right? Who are you serving? Excuse me, I literally just shoved dinner down my throat. Who can you serve? Who are you here to serve, right? Is it moms? Is it women who are going through pregnancies? Is it people that are working 3 jobs? Is it, I don't know, people in all lifestyles? Like, you need to figure out who it is that you want to serve and talk to that person, right? So we are here to solve people's problems financially and product wise. So it's not that you need to know, okay, the capsules have A, B, C, D, E, F, G in them. Y'all, no one gives a shit. Okay. Like, I will be the first one to tell you, no one cares what's in the capsules. Nobody cares what's in the shakes. And if they do, they're going to ask you, right? If somebody's allergic to something, if something like that, they're going to ask you. But our products, they're all natural. They're no fillers, no GMO, none of that bullshit. So you should be talking about that, obviously, but people are going to ask you what they want to know. Don't answer questions that aren't being asked. And that's what I always say. Do not answer questions that are not being asked. Simplify things, y'all. Okay. So with that being said, again, there are people on your networks. There are people that are watching you every single day, right? And they're looking to you. They're watching you. Aaron, can you grab a picture of this work with me for me? Just because I know I'm going to forget. Thank you. There are people watching you every single day, right? And that's who you're here to serve. That's who you're here to show up for. It doesn't matter if they reach out to you today. Doesn't matter if they reach out to you tomorrow. It might be a week, a month, a year from now, right? But that's who you're serving. I want you guys to switch from the sales mindset to the who am I serving? Who am I here to? Who am I showing up for, right? And they need what you have, right? I always think of this when I feel like I'm having a bad day, or I feel like I don't want to show up, or I feel like, because if y'all think that I just like wake up and I'm like, I'm ready to go, you're very wrong. I have my days. I have adversity hit me. I have bad days. This week specifically of the year, like every single year around this time is very hard for me. For anybody who doesn't know, I lost my mom. Okay. I lost my dad. I lost my mom. I lost my mom 9 years ago, y'all, and it does not get easier. It did not get better. It does not get over. Like, I don't get over it. It is something that hits me really, really hard. And every single time, her 9-year anniversary is Friday. Okay. So every time this time of year comes up, I feel myself stepping back. I feel myself like really slowing down, getting out of my routine, sleeping longer. We all have days. And I don't want you to look at leaders and top leaders and 40Ks and 90Ks and whatever the hell Ks and think that adversity doesn't hit them. And that's something I'm going to talk about in a little bit, but we all have days, right? But you need to show up, because you're doing yourself and everybody who's watching you a disservice by not sharing those products every single day. So as annoying as you think you are, y'all, just when you think you're getting annoying, people start to listen. They're waiting for you to not show up. They're waiting for you to stop, to be like, oh girl, that she shared her capsules for 15 months and now she's not showing up and sharing her products. Yeah, can't be that great, right? Think about it. How long did each one of you watch whoever you joined? I want you to drop it in the chat right now. How long did you watch whoever you watched? Was it a month? Was it a week? Was it a year? Was it 2 years? Was it 90 months? Like, I want to know how long you guys watched your enroller. Okay. Whether it was me or somebody else, I want to know. Okay. Because then I need you to take a step back and think about that. When you're getting upset that these people aren't joining you right away, maybe you're having conversations, they're ghosting you, they're not talking to you, they take a sample and then they don't respond. Y'all, I have people that reach out to me that sampled 2 years ago and joined my team today, right? Christina watched me for a year, watched Courtney for 6 months. Aaron watched me for a very long time. Kelly, less than a month, maybe a month. Faye watched me for multiple months. I know a lot of people that joined me did not watch me for a week and joined me. Okay. That's like Karen, I think, was like one of the only ones. And that was because she wasn't watching me on social media. She saw my energy in person. Okay. She saw me going from full-time job to full-time job and saw a complete energy shift in me in person. Right. She was at my store every day. She became somebody I'm very, very close with, and I love her so much. But she got to physically see me go from like napping at my counter at my second job to being this like energetic, happy person, right? So she got to firsthand see that, is why she joined me so quickly. But it's not always going to be like that, right? If people aren't seeing you in person, they really need to catch on and watch you for a little while. People silently stalk you, right? You're never going to know. There are people watching you right now. You don't even know it. There are people that reach out to me all the time and they're like, girl, I've been watching you since you started your day 2. And I'm like, who the hell are you? Do I know you? Am I following you on social media? Like, people are always watching you and they're not going to tell you. They're not going to comment on your stuff. They're not going to like your reels. They're not going to, they're just not. They're just not. There are very rare people that actually reach out and let you know that they're watching you. Okay. So I want to write down 2 things. Okay. 2 lists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I want you to write down 2 lists. Okay. First list is going to be problems that somebody's struggling with. Okay. What can our product solve for them? Is it lack of energy? Is it the 9 coffees they're having a day? Is it being a mom and not being able to have a routine for themselves? Is it their weight? Is it weight gain? Maybe they're not gaining weight. Maybe they need to lose weight. Maybe it's postpartum weight, right? Did you struggle with that? That's somebody you need to be talking to. Postpartum moms, not just babes that want to lose weight. Like, really get nitty gritty on who the hell you're talking to. Okay. So that's one list. And then the second list is going to be problems that this opportunity, right? Meaning our comp plan, the community, the weekly paychecks, right? What can that do for somebody? And a couple examples I have written down are replacing somebody's second job, right? Maybe there's a mom who's out there getting ready to pick up a second job and being away from her kids more than usual than she already is because she can't afford her bills. This can replace that, right? Maybe it's somebody who's never been able to bring their kids on a vacation because they barely have enough to pay their bills, let alone take their kids on a vacation, right? Maybe it's somebody who's on government assistance and doesn't have enough money for groceries, and they have to wait for their food stamps to load every single month because that's the only way they get groceries, right? What problems did this not only solve for you and that you want it to solve for you, but what is it going to solve for other people, right? So those are your 2 lists. Okay. And I really want us to, you can also think outside the 3 steps, right? Think plus lines. What can Sculpt do for people? Sculpt inch diminisher. It's going to go in, burn all of your, y'all simplify the shit. It's not like it has this amount of this in it, has this amount of this. Oh, it does this. No, y'all, it goes in, it burns all your stored fat and it replaces it with lean muscle. I call it my inch diminishers in a bottle, abs in a bottle. Boom. Right. Financial struggles. Okay. So this can go 900 different ways. I don't know about you guys, but I had a negative bank account. I was living in my overdraft. I was denied for everything. My credit score was in the gutter. I wasn't able to even inch away at it because I had no extra money ever. I was living paycheck to paycheck, and I go live about this often, especially on paydays, because people literally get paid. I know this because I was them. You get paid, you work your butt off, whether you're on weekly, that bi-weekly paycheck, y'all, it sucks. Okay. When you work your ass off for 2 weeks, 80 hours, and you get a paycheck and you're already in the negative, so you have to pay that negative bank account off first. You're already 200 in the hole starting off. Then you got to pay the bills. You're immediately broke within 2 days. And then you have to wait another 2 weeks till you get paid again, right? And it's like this never ending cycle. I literally would get paid. Me and Jason would pay our bills. I would sit there between double shifts and call the electric company, the cable company. I would bargain with my landlord. I was always making minimum payments on my bills, right? I would take a $50 bill and pay it off in 5 months because I couldn't imagine paying them $50 at once. I talk about that. That's a pain point. That's something that somebody can relate to. Not that, oh my God, you can get paid weekly. Okay, but what's that going to do for somebody, right? That's what I'm talking about. Get vulnerable, y'all. You think it's embarrassing, but somebody else needs you. They need that. They need to hear that. When I go live and I talk about where I was, where I am, and where I'm going, that's where it hits pain points. Okay. I don't just talk about where I am right now. Why? Because that's not relatable. The fact that I have, several 4 or 5 figures in my savings account and in my bank account doesn't relate to people who are struggling week to week. So I don't talk about that. I talk about where I was and how I never saw a comma in my bank account in my life, how it was always red in my bank account, how I had to block my bank by calling me so that I didn't have to get yelled at daily about how they were going to shut my bank account down because I was in the negative every single week. I was fighting with Jason on whose account was going to go into the negative every single week. I talk about that, right? There are other people that are out there going through the same exact thing. So you are doing your business and yourself a disservice by not talking about these things and being surface level by talking about the no fees and the weekly pay and the free product credit. Well, that shit doesn't mean anything to anybody who's not in this industry, right? So maybe instead of saying we get free product credit, talk about how somebody can literally get a second income or a income period for their family for free monthly. How they don't have to pay. Literally, I was just watching this girl's story and she was like, y'all, if you join me this month, you don't have to say you don't like the products, Monet. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. I'm on a Zoom. It's fine. You join my company this month, right? And usually you have to pay a fee, right? You have to pay a fee just to get discounts. Then if you're like, it's just like me, it made my hair so greasy. I can't even explain to you. It just wasn't for me. It wasn't something that I loved. I have every single shampoo and conditioner in my shower. I step on it every day and I've used it. I tried to do the whole thing, train my hair. Like I did it. Okay. I did it all. But I am telling you right now that she was selling her company by saying, if you join my company this month, you can join, pay your VIP fee. And then if you decide you don't like my products, you don't have to pay the $25 cancellation fee. But if you decide to be a customer of mine next month, you're going to have to pay that fee. Ew. Y'all, we run our business for free. We don't pay fees ever, not to start, not to stop, not to freaking whatever. There is no obligation here. We also don't have a money back guarantee because we know our products are gold. We have a 100% like, what do you call it? Not return thing. Like I'm bad with words, but people don't return products here. It's not a thing. I've been here for 2 years and I've never had, knock on every single wood up in my house, I've never had anybody return their products when they take them correctly. Have I had people that take samples and they're like, it's just not for me. Okay, well, did you take it right? Did you listen to a word I said? Probably not. Did you expect to be brand new overnight? Yeah, probably. So you're just not going to give it a shot. When you're explaining samples, it's super important that you're like, girl, if they're hesitant, I'm the first one to be like, girl, let me get a 3-day sample in your hand. I want you to see how simple the routine is. Get the products in your body, see how you feel. And if this is something that you think you want to give a real shot, we'll get you ordered after you try the products. Because a lot of people are just are scared of the shakes. Let's be honest. They're terrified that it's going to taste like dog dirt. That was me. I literally told Rochelle, I need your capsules. I need the energy. But if you send me that shake, I'm going to throw it in the trash. I don't want it. I don't like it already. I'm not like, I just want the capsules. Okay. Homegirl said she doesn't listen. Okay. I love her, but she doesn't listen. And thank God, because she sent me 3-day sample and I'm like, okay, what the fuck ever. Like, I guess I'm just going to try this because I'm going to tell her it's awful. And I'm going to tell her I was right. And we're going to move on with my life. Here I am 2 years later. Okay. Proved wrong. So I really need you guys to make those 2 lists. Okay. I'm going to go over it one more time. Problems that someone may struggle with that our products can help solve. and a list of problems that this opportunity can solve. Okay. And what did it do for you? What do you need it to do for you? Those are what should be on your list. Okay. And I want you to pick one a day. So I want you to pick one thing one day. Maybe it's going to be lack of energy. Okay, your ass better be in your stories going face to face about lack of energy and how you used to drink 20 cups of coffee every single day. And now you're getting out of work, you're home, you're playing with your kids, you're hanging out, you're making dinner, whatever. Y'all, I literally bring them through a day in the life of Sam. If you guys don't follow me and you don't know how to show up on your stories, you guys think you're boring. I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything. I go to work and I come home and listen to my boyfriend play on his video game. I play with my cat, right? I literally will have them, like, most people come home, they sit on the couch and they tell their kid to watch a tablet or something, right? They tell their kid to chill out, maybe take a nap so that they can take a nap, right? You're praying for them to go to bed. I used to take naps before I went to bed. I used to take naps in my lunch break. So now I'm face to face in my stories at like noon. I'm showing them my energy because they saw me in the morning have it, right? So then they're like, whoa, wait a minute. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Homegirl's still hype. She's still hype, right? And I'll talk about, while you guys are in your little Starbucks line, sipping that $10 coffee, homegirl's over here, wide awake in minutes, right? It's all about the way you present the products. It's not about knowing everything about the products. It's about your energy and what you bring to your stories. You can go on all day and talk about, you can, hi, these are my capsules. Okay, fucking great, right? Like what does that do for anybody? You need to really be like, y'all, these are human jumpers. This is what gets me up. Y'all need this energy. I am in my cat robe at 5 in the morning, screaming at people on live camera. I bring the energy because they need to feel it. They need to see it. It's not enough to just have you be like, energy all day. Okay, yeah, okay, lady, can I like see what that energy does, right? That's where it flipped for me when I started bringing the energy, right? Instead of just sharing, like I share my 3 steps in a very different way every single day. I try to, but 9 times out of 10, I'm talking about it. I'm walking them through it in 4 slides face to face on my stories. It's simple. It doesn't, I don't need to sit there for an hour and do it, but I'm consistent every single day. And I talk about the fact that I wouldn't just take a product to take a product. I clearly like it. It clearly works. It's what time? 7:30. I wake up at 4 a.m. for fun. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They know this. They know me. Okay. So make those lists. And then I really want you to apply them. Okay. What was I going to say? Like I said, you're going to be doing them a disservice if you don't share it. So I really wanted to talk on that. And I want you to make those 2 lists. Doesn't have to be right this second, but when we get off of here, really take some time and make those lists, and then take one thing off of one of those lists, 1 day a week. Y'all, 1 day a week. Don't cram it all into 1 day, 1 thing each day, and then start sharing about it. Start talking about it. What can it do for them? Not you, them, right? So there's my tactical training. Okay. Now we're going to do some love. Now we're going to do some love. I've got notes. We have 20 minutes. See if Samantha can do this. Okay. First of all, I want every single one of you, before Sam gets red, before Sam gets, yelling, I want you to know that you should, every single one of you should pat yourself on the back today, because you didn't have to be here. You chose to be here. Okay. So if you're not patting yourself on the back, bitch, I'm about to pat you on the back. Okay. Maybe you had a bad day. Maybe you've had a bad week, right? I get that. This is the hardest week of my life. Literally every single year, it never fails. My depression comes back. I have high anxiety. I have daily panic attacks. I cry every morning. I cry before I go to bed. I cry on my lunch break. I cry randomly. Y'all, I miss my mom. Okay. And I will never, like, it has probably been one of the hardest things I've ever had to go through. Okay. I am very strong, but even the strongest people have bad days, and it's okay to have a bad day. But girl, get up. You need to get up. If I allowed myself to have a bad day every single time, right? You should be showing up 365 days a year, because those babies that are sitting in your house deserve that. Okay. My mom, my dad that's watching me, do you think that they would want me down here giving up on myself, quitting on myself, making excuses for myself? No. So I don't. That's what keeps me going. Okay. Are you waiting for somebody to tell you to work your business? If I don't tell you guys every day to work your business, are you going to? If I were to show up, if I were to just fall off the face of the earth, which will never fucking happen, but what would you guys do? Would you just fall off? Would you just not work your business? Are you waiting for somebody else to validate you to work your business? Are you waiting for somebody to pat you on the back? Y'all, if I had to have Rochelle tell me what to do every single day, I'd be really screwed. Right? You have to be in control of your days every single day. You have to tell yourself to get the hell up every single day. You have to be your biggest hype girl. You have to know that what you're fighting for. Okay. So are you waiting for your leader to tell you what or how to work your business every day? Because if so, y'all really need a mindset check. Okay. I love every single one of you, but I cannot make you. I can motivate you. I can pour into you, but I cannot make you work your business. And I cannot make you see the long-term vision here if you're not wanting to. Okay. Are you actually doing the things that matter? Right. And I hear it all the time. I'm doing all the things, Sam. I did A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Okay, but no one else can see that but you. So you can tell me you're doing all these things, but does your enrollments, does your conversations, does your inbox, does your mindset reflect that you're doing all of those things? Because only you're going to know that, not me. I'm not going to be here to be like, girl, you did not do self-development this morning. It's 8:04. I have a camera in your house and I don't see you reading a book. I don't have time for that, y'all. I have to take care of me, right? I have to make sure I got me. So you guys need to make sure you got you. All right. We as leaders, right? We look up to people. And I need you guys to understand, like I was saying, that every single one of us hits adversity. But if all of us leaders, if I would have given up when people left my team, when people got up from my table, when people talked shit upon me, when I had a bad day, when my dad died, right? When life hit me, I would not be where I'm at in my business. And if every single leader gave up when adversity hit and when you guys had a bad day, you're never going to get to see the blessing that you have in front of you. If you choose to give up because you're so distracted by seeing shiny things around you, the girls wearing the Gucci belts, the girls driving their brand new cars, the girls with 900,000 likes on their reels, the girls doing this, getting double pay, triple pay, quadruple pay. Did any of you guys hype up anybody who got it? Or were you like, what the hell? I didn't get that. Been there, done that. And I can tell you right now that the only thing it did was hurt me. It hurt me and my mindset because I was in comparison mode. It wasn't my time. It wasn't my chapter. It was her chapter, right? And it might not be your time today, but it's going to be your time. Maybe you're not 4K and you're like, what the hell? This girl started last week and she's 4K. What does she have that I don't? Nothing. Nothing. She's working her business. She's showing up. She's doing the things you're not. That's it. You also don't know what people do behind closed doors. You don't know their support system. You don't know how many friends and family they have that you might not have, right? Y'all, I had a slow start, and I'll tell you this till I'm blue in the freaking face. I had the slowest start. Hit 4K in a month, missed my VIPs, lost 4K for 9 months, couldn't even maintain 2,000 in sales. When I came back a year later, I didn't leave, but when I really finally got it, I planted seeds the whole way. Y'all would have never known I lost my 4K rank because I showed up as a 12K the whole time because that was my next goal. So when I finally re-ranked not only 4K for the first time since losing it 8 months prior, my team and I ended with $23,000 in team sales. And that was not by accident. That was because of the hard work I continued to put in despite what a freaking tracker said. That tracker doesn't define you. Staring at your tracker when you're not enrolling people expecting that your team's going to do it for you is not helping you. Okay. Wanted to talk on that. Right. We as leaders are going to have people who leave our team. Life's going to happen. They're going to leave. People you're never going to expect are going to leave. People aren't going to want to show up. Your team's going to fall off. You're going to pour all this love into them and they're still not going to show up. It's going to be a slap in the face. But girl, you got to get up. Okay? It's only you. You need to focus on you. You cannot make your team do anything. You can motivate them. You can love on them. You can train them. I can hop on these every single week. But until you decide that you're worthy and you decide that this is what you want and you stop attaching your vision to a freaking rank, you're going to stay exactly where you are. And as soon as I attached like a real life vision, and I'm about to get real vision driven with you guys real quick because I think you need it. That's when it changed for me. When I stopped writing in my I ams in the morning, I am 4K. I am 12K. Okay, what the hell does that mean? Nothing. Nothing. It's a freaking rank on your picture. That's it. There are 4Ks that I know that get paid more than 40Ks. There are 40Ks that get paid more than a 200K. Rank doesn't mean shit. Okay? So let me say that. I need to know, okay? There's going to be tension in your team. There's going to be people that don't get along. There's going to be somebody that leaves your team. There's going to be people that ghost you, right? But is that enough to make you give up? Like, is that what it's going to be to make you give up? Y'all, if I gave up every single time somebody left my team or didn't show up or fell off from their business, that's them. That's a them problem. And I used to really put that on my shoulders. When my team was having a bad day, when my team wasn't doing what they should have, when I got into this like, oh, my team's not enrolling. Bitch, I wasn't enrolling. That was the problem. Not my team. My team, y'all, let me just say this real quick. I love every single one of you, but my business is going to keep going with or without you because of my hard work. So it doesn't matter if people aren't ready, if it's not their chapter, if people don't want to sit at your table and they want to go sit at another table, which it'll fall, they'll realize real quickly that there's no other better company than this company right here. That's okay. Love them from afar. Support them, hype them up, but don't give up on yourself. It's really about making time for the ones who want to be here. Whether you have one person on your team, no one on your team, who are you showing up for? Because you have people that are going to join your team that you haven't even met yet. Lives of people that you haven't even met yet. You're about to change lives that you haven't even met your team yet. Okay? I promise you that. And when people used to say this to me, I would roll my eyes, and then my team came, and it just keeps growing. People leave, but that makes room for somebody who really needs this and who really needed a Sam in their life. And I needed them. So yes, it sucks. Yes, it hurts. Yes, you get down on yourself, but when they pull that seat out from your table, somebody else is going to push a seat back up to your table when you least expect it. You're going to miss the biggest blessing of your life if you decide to give up on yourself because it's hard, because adversity hits, because you're not enrolling immediately, because things aren't coming easy to you. You're going to miss the biggest blessing of your life. Okay. Yada, yada, yada. People left my team, my strongest leaders, right? But I can tell you that every time someone leaves, somebody comes into my life that I needed. And I come into somebody's life that needed me, that needed a Sam, that needed this opportunity that I hadn't even met yet. So when somebody leaves and I least expect it and it breaks my heart and I cry in my bed and I sob and I get upset and I get down on myself, a blessing comes and sits down at my table every single time. But if I would have given up because that one girl left my team, I wouldn't have been able to meet the girl that changed my whole entire business. And you guys need to remember that there are lives that you haven't even changed yet, and women that are going to sit at your table that are literally going to change everything for you. It can be one person, it could be 2 people, or it could be 12 people. You haven't even met them yet. You're going to have team setbacks, right? People who don't show up, people who fall off. You're going to feel like you're constantly rebuilding. You're going to hit a rank. You're going to lose it. Then you're going to have to rebuild it. Y'all, that's going to create you into the leader you are. If I would have never lost my rank and had to rebuild it and start over and really work on myself, I wouldn't be the leader I am today. My biggest setbacks and the biggest things that should have killed me and that hurt me and that literally broke me are who and what created who I am today. Everything happens for a reason. And as cliche as it sounds, people leave for a reason. Things happen for a reason. People fall off that aren't serious about this because they're so focused on today. They're not thinking about their future. All right. I need you guys to start giving yourself credit. And that's going to be the hardest thing. Y'all, I am a former people pleaser. And I wrote a post about this today. And I also went face to face about it. I started finally saying no and being okay with it. I started finally saying yes to things that only bring me joy in my life, not somebody else. I started not saying sorry for saying sorry. Y'all, I used to say sorry and they'd be like, don't say sorry. And I'm like, sorry. Right. That took a lot of self-development. I was a huge people pleaser. I was somebody, and y'all give me 6 minutes. Okay. 6 more minutes. This is recorded, but 6 more minutes I'm pouring into you. Okay. Your biggest blessing is going to be when you feel like giving up. Those days where you feel like giving up, when adversity hits you, when you feel like you're not worthy, when you feel like you're not cut out for this, there's something on the other side of that that's going to change your whole entire fucking life. Okay. It's going to change everything for you. But if you give up, you're never going to know. You're never going to be able to get that blessing. Okay. I'm not reading the tracks. I'm trying not to get distracted, y'all. I survived what was meant to destroy me. Can you? Can you guys get back up after a bad day? Or are you going to let it destroy you? Okay. The things that you think are going to destroy you, the things that you think are going to break you, the things that you think that are going to ruin your whole entire life are going to be things that you look back in and say, holy shit, if I would have never gone through that, I wouldn't be where I am and I wouldn't be who I am. So yeah, it may suck today. Yeah, you may be in a lot of pain today. There might be things happening in your family. You might feel like a bad mom. You might feel like a bad friend. But what is giving up going to do? What's that going to do for you, right? I used to cry all the time. The Sam you hear today, girl, I'll send you the replay. The girl I am today, I used to, y'all, if you weren't here for 2 years ago, I would cry over everything. People leaving, people not working their business. When my checks dropped, when somebody left, I don't even look at my tracker today. I don't look at it. It's very rare I look at my tracker. When I hit double and triple commissions, I didn't even know I hit it. Rochelle had to tell me. Because I wasn't focused on my tracker. I wasn't focused on a bonus. I just show up and work my fucking business every single day. And you guys really need to understand that this is so much more than a rank and a paycheck and this and that. Like, what's your vision? And that's what we're getting into right now. Okay. I need you guys to understand that you can fix your vision and create a new one. Maybe you don't even have one because you don't think you're worthy of one. I need you to really create a vision, right? Hold on, I'm trying to read my handwriting. I was going to talk about the seasons that broke me, but I already did. I already talked about how I lost my rank, how I lost my dad, how life was really hard for me and Jason, and I thought that they were going to break me, but it was my vision that kept me showing up. It was knowing where I was going to be in 5 years if I just pushed through one more day, right? How are you going to fix your vision? What do you want? What do you want here? Not what Sam wants, not what Holly wants, not what Linda wants, not what Christina wants, not what Kelly wants, not what Rochelle wants, not what Lindsay Coggin wants. What do you want? Okay. Not a rank, a vision. Mine, I know what my house is going to be. I know how I'm going to have 6 bays in my garage. I know that Jason's going to be able to park every single car that he ever wanted in that 6-bay garage. I know what school our kids that aren't even born yet are going to be in. I know what neighborhood my kids are going to grow up in because I didn't have that. I know that they're going to have 2 parents at home every single day. I know what my countertops are going to look like. I know what the house is going to look like. I know how many acres it's going to be on. I know how many family vacations we're going to be going on. Right? I have a vision, not a, I'd like to make like $100. No, y'all, a vision. What is that? Because I need you guys to write that down. And how the hell are you going to get there? It's not going to be enough to see it. You have to get yourself there, right? Giving up, looking at others, looking at other companies, being distracted. If something's distracting you, why are you allowing it? Why are you following something that's distracting you from your vision? That's gross. Maybe you should unfollow them. Okay. Blinders on, literally blinders on. I don't give a shit what everybody else is doing. I care what you're doing. 1.5 minutes and I'm letting you guys go. What would your best life look like? Not the cute little house and all of that stuff, but what would it look like to really look at your kids one day and say, mommy's finally happy? When me and Jason are swinging in our back porch on that little cute little hammock that we're going to have, and I can look at him and say, we did it. What's that going to feel like? Maybe for you, it's going to be your kids picking out the vacation spot. You're going to look at them and say, what vacation do you want to go on this year? Where do you want to go? How many water parks do you want to go to? Right? What hotel do you want to stay at? Do you want to pick the hotel? Do you want to pick the park? Do you want to stay at the park? Do you want to stay at the resort? Or do you want to stay down the road? Okay. My vision is too fucking big to not show up. Period. So if you guys want to fall off, you guys want to take a break, you want to take a mental health day, that's fine. But girl, get up. No one can do this for you. You have to do this for you, for those babies. No one else is going to do it for them. Okay. I love y'all.